Hello, village visioning friends. Just felt like taking a few minutes to reflect on some of the things that are happening in the world. And I haven't been watching a lot of news, but every once in a while I do watch something and hear a lot about the global economic systems and governmental systems and how those are interacting, and stock markets crashing, and you know all of this fear and kind of breakdown of systems. And I can't help but keep envisioning or reflecting on, let's say that we have already created this village, and there's between 100 and 150 of us living on this piece of land, that we have a amazing thriving farm and community garden, and we've already been for years growing the majority of our own food, and we have our whether it's a river running through a property or a well, along with amazing rainwater catchment systems and earthworks and swales, filtration processes to even utilize rainwater for drinking water, and that our economy already has been very internal of, we come to the community lodge or cafe and eat a lot of our meals together with the food that we've grown on the land, and we have living machines, systems on the properties to deal with our waste, and it's actually creating amazing compost and nutrients for the soil, which is all very, very possible, very doable. There's communities around the world that have been doing this for some of the flagship eco-villages of Findhorn and Tamara, and there's a lot, the list of them that been operating this way for 40, 50 years. And just that fear of the stock market's crashing, and this isn't working, and that's not working, and going back to that village feel of our internal economy that we've been generating. We don't use dollar bills necessarily to go to the cafe and eat our community lunch or dinner together. We contribute our hours to the village farm and projects and companies that we have, and just realizing how resilient and robust that system and that model is, that the stock market might be worth $2 trillion yesterday, and today it's lost 25 billion in value. And then we look out and we're like, oh wow, the broccoli's still growing, the kale's still growing, the ecosystem, the river's still flowing. It's actually more clear right now because there's less pollution and shit going into it. All of these natural systems in nature are still thriving and totally operating. It's the human systems that have been designed not in context of natural systems that are failing. And just realizing in that model, that village neighborhood type model, really working with the Dunbar's number of how many people we can work with, just how resilient and thriving we could be in this system. And as the stock market goes from trillions of dollars down to zero, or whatever all these collapses are, things really wouldn't change that much in that type of context of a village that is so possible for us to create. So just reflecting on this, of really starting to see all of these overly large-scaled human systems and societal systems that have not been designed with natural patterns, the way everything else in the universe and nature operates, and that those are and will collapse because they just haven't really been designed in a resilient, interconnected way. And so just really reflecting on that of, hindsight's 2020. I wish we were 4 years ahead in this project and already have our village created And now more than ever, I'm like, okay, like this is the time to create these communities, to learn from all of the elders and the wisdom of the community creators that have been doing this for 40 or 50 years, and create more of these, because I think that's the beautiful way forward for our species and our planet, and to honor and respect this planet as we move forward. So hope everybody's staying healthy and well out there wherever you are, and just encourage everybody to stay in love and inspiration rather than fear and desperation. So I feel like it's time to co-create, find our colleagues, our allies, and create the beautiful world and communities that we all know are possible. So sending you all lots of love. Aloha.